Hey kids, Mark Miller here. Welcome everybody. Roy's taking the day off. No worries about that. We'll get right into the code. I am creating a file, generating a file right now, and just taking a look at what the impact is on my machine. Seems like it's not having much other than taking up a lot of memory there. That's kind of what's going on right there right now. That'll be done in a second. And let's get right into the code and what we're going to do today. So yesterday we, let me turn the volume up a little bit on this. Checka, checka, checka. I always got to do that after a show. Hold on. Let's do that. So, we built, I'll show you what we built yesterday and the day before. The day before we built the ability to show conditions with these icons right there. And we did a couple cool things with them. One of the cool things is the animation that you're seeing. The other thing that we did is the ability to change the size of these based on how much space is available. So we are dynamically changing the size. I showed those to our Dungeon Master last night, and the first words out of his mouth after seeing those was, can I do those? Can I do those for the in-game characters and players? Can I do it for these guys so that show up here? And I said no, because we only built it for the characters, because that's where, you know, the demand was, and I wasn't really forward-thinking enough to be all like, there we go, there's an image right there. So I wasn't forward thinking enough to kind of build this in advance for both, because I really didn't think it was that important for those guys up there. But because the Dungeon Master asked, I now think it's going to be important to do that. So let's fix that today. That's what I want to do. Now the downside is that the assets are loaded up in one overlay, but there are two different overlays involved here. Veilcast85 is now following. Thanks for that follow, Veilcast. There are two overlays involved. There's a back one for things behind us, and then there's a forward one as well. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the where you say little humpy up there, that guy is in the back overlay. All of these guys are in the back overlay. I can verify that by temporarily turning off the back overlay. Yep, there they are. And notice these icons didn't change because they were on the front overlay. So, so that's what we want to do. Notice though, when these come out, there's a sense of gravity as they come out. For the ones coming out of the top, I think I'm just going to invert the whole thing. And I'm going to have them kind of be thrown out of the top and have a gravity kind of suck them back in to the top up there. So we'll just basically reverse the gravity, reverse the velocity. Everything else should be okay. There might be a few things. So it's a really interesting refactoring journey that we're going to go on today. Hopefully we'll get this to work. Let's clean up the screen a little bit. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do that. Hide all. There we go. Okay, in anticipation of this, I created a new file called Condition Manager, and I referenced it in my all my files that I need to reference it in. So the front overlay, the index, it's also referenced from the die roller, because I want to make sure I don't have any errors if I need to reference that particular file, the Condition Manager. So it's empty. That's what it is right now. What I want to do is I want to go to Player Stat Manager. I want to start pulling the stuff we need out to draw the condition. And give me 1 second here. I'm just doing a save here of the titles that I was generating. We'll call this saving throws. Saving throw titles, like that. Okay. And I'll close down After Effects. Here, I'll show you, give you a peek of what it was looking like a little bit. There's a lot of stuff on screen, but it's kind of looking like that a little bit. So just some effects for when we do intelligence saving throws, dexterity saving throws, that sort of thing. Okay, that's closing down. So we're going to start pulling stuff out. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just put everything out of here, pull it out, put it inside of our condition manager, and then we'll try to make sure, we'll test it to make sure it still works. That's step one. Once we get to that, then step two is we'll start figuring out how to take care of everybody else up there. I'm anticipating it's going to be actually a fairly complex day today, fraught with pitfalls, potentially, that I could be dropping into. Looks like I'm a little loud on the volume there. I'm dropping it down just a little bit. Check, check, check. And I think we're okay. All right, looks good there. And so, yeah, fraught with opportunities for error. So I'm going to try to be really focused and careful along the way. And like I say, unfortunately, Rory's not with us today. So that means I'm going to, it's a little bit higher risk. Let's get started. So here we go. So I've got this class right here, condition state. You bet I'm taking that one out. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to put it over in condition manager. Like that. There's my first test, or my first move. Interesting. Tab to next reference doesn't find it anymore. Why don't you find it anymore, tab to next reference? Same thing here. Interesting. Can I drill into it? I can drill into it. Okay, let me report this as a potential code rush issue here. Give me a sec to do that. All right, kids, roll back about 30 seconds to a minute back. I just took condition state and moved it from one file to another. Now that it's here, I can no longer tab to next reference on it. But I can drill into it. If I go to definition on this, Visual Studio takes me right into it. That is, I guess, potentially an issue. Let me mark it. Tab to next reference fails after moving type to new file in TypeScript. And let's put that in the chat room, and then that's going to send a message over to our devs. We are dogfooding every day here, Code Rush from and in the process of dogfooding it, sometimes we find an issue or a feature request, something like that we want to communicate with the devs. And when I send that message out, they get a link to the stream. In this, the time when the issue was, when I pressed the button, and they can then follow that up, and they also get log files, things like that. Okay, so let's keep going in here. Move all conditions. That feels like something we ought to be able to move. Move and scale condition sprite. Yeah. Okay, these two seem like methods we want to move over. Yeah. So let's grab those. Move all conditions. And I'm going to create a class over here called the condition manager. All right, there's move all conditions. Move those two pieces over here. Okay, got a few things already we can see we have problems with. The other thing I want to do is I want to create an instance of this, and I think I want to do it in the front, the Dragon front game is what I want to do. The Dragon front game, like here we go, move all conditions. This should show up problematic soon here. Yeah, it's not, I've just tabbed the next reference. Visual Studio hasn't marked it. There, it just did. So I want to change this to my condition manager, like that. And let's come up here. And this is going to be our condition manager. And that's going to be this type. That's all good. Cool. So that's how we're gonna do this. Move all conditions. I think we're good. I think I might rename this to move player conditions, because this is very specific. This code is very specific. TypeScript reference didn't work there after the rename either. I'm having problems with TypeScript reference. Wait, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? We had a problem earlier with TypeScript reference. It was related to something I needed, some new change in Visual Studio, and I'm not remembering what that is. Can I go through here? This works. Maybe it's just because I've just changed it, moved it to a new file. That may be my problem, and I need to kind of maybe close and reopen for it to work. I'm not sure. We'll take a look at that. Okay. All right, so let's do get sprites for player. Let's go jump to that. I don't have a get sprites for player. Okay, let me report this as an issue too. It's like I got a couple issues here. So I moved, oh wait, I know why, hold on. Wait, but if I do that, we don't get, I get that we don't see that. But when I come in here and I say jump to symbol, get sprites for player, I'm getting nothing. Looks like also Visual Studio is not responsive. I think I double clicked this. I think I double clicked up here while this was up. And it looks like it's not coming back. All right. Nope, it did come back. That was a little bit crazy. All right, cool thing is we're going to send you the log files, devs, and you'll be able to see that. Get sprites for player. That should be over in the player stat manager. If I search for that, yep, we can see it here. Well, it's private, but I still should be able to find it, right? If I'm here, can I see it here? It's here, and I can't see it from my condition manager. Is this because I bet if I reload, I'm going to exit and reload, but I just added this file before I started the show. And I'm just seeing, inability to find things from this file. So I'm going to close and we'll restart and see what happens with that. See if we if that works. Let's bring that back up. I'll start that. Meanwhile, I'm going to get the report that issue to the devs. VS unresponsive for about a minute. What's interesting was we didn't see any error message, no yellow bar message across the top saying, it was caused by this plugin or something like that. So anyway, hopefully devs will find that one. This guy Funks is out there. This guy Funks, how you doing? Glad to have you with us. All right, we've reopened. Now, can I find get sprites for player? I can. So, devs, CodeRush devs, I think the problem is related to creating a new TypeScript file in the solution. The way I created it, by the way, is I copied and I pasted a file. So I did this, right-clicked it, chose copy, pasted it, and then renamed it. And at that point, it couldn't see things. I'll do it to you. Give it to you one more time here. Come in here. We'll say copy. See if we can reproduce it. We will paste. Here's my copy. I'll call it attack clone. I'm going to now take this stuff out. Take this out, and I want to do jump to symbol. And let's, oh, I do see some symbols here. So was it just, maybe it's not related to that. Let's see if we can do a jump to symbol here. Try render. Interesting. So it doesn't see render. It doesn't see render. This is a great project. Oh, thanks so much. We're working on it. Trying to get it, you know, really great. So that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering what's going on with that. Is it because of the visibility or what? I do seem to see, let's see, iPlayer stats. iPlayer stats I don't see either. What do I see? I see C# files. I see no TypeScript. Look at that. I'm looking at the icons over on the side. I see everything C#. Nothing TypeScript. Okay. So I think we're getting a sense of what's happening here, how to reproduce it. Right there. Okay. So that's the issue there. Let me delete it. So we don't need that anymore. And it basically requires a restart of Visual Studio to be able to see things from that, to see TypeScript from that file. Interesting. Okay. I think it's that time, kids. Mr. Smoopy's here. Mr. Smoopy joined us last night on Dragon Humpers. Twitch is being a pain in the arse today. This is Mr. Smoopy. Smoopy was there on the good old Dragon Humper show last night. There's a link for it right there. That's what we're building all of these Dungeons and Dragons like stuff for. There's Fred over there. Fred's on the show as well. He does his best to keep up with us. Right, Fred? I don't think he's happy about that. You don't have any plans for today, do you, Fred? All right. Smoopy, welcome. All right, so we are in the process of refactoring, moving stuff across. Get sprites for player. That's what I want to go to. And I'm pretty sure this thing is only used for condition-related calls. Here's restack conditions, stack condition sprites. That's it. Okay, so we want to let's get those other pieces there. Let's get restack conditions, stack condition sprites. Let's get everything else related in that space and bring that over. Smoopy, we are refactoring. We're taking the condition-related code, moving it over to its own file because I need to do conditions, maintain conditions for both players and the monsters who are up above, and the monsters are in another completely different overlay. So it's a different browser. And so I need to create a class that's going to take care of getting the resources, managing and putting everything, drawing everything, that sort of thing. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That was super delayed. Is there a lag? Is there a lot of lag? It sounds like there's a lot of lag. Gotcha. Let's check out what's going on my side from a speed test. See how we're doing. I did a test earlier. I do a test before every show. Yeah, you can see it's a little slow populating my ads. Oh, it looks like it thinks I'm going to have a toddler soon. That's awesome. Download speed is okay. Upload speed is the piece I like to check. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah, my upload speed is not good. It's kind of inching up. Of course, I am live streaming, and I just noticed my live stream kilobits per second is totally dropping to almost 0. Yeah, upload speed is not good. Sorry about that. I think I just gave you guys a bunch of really jaggy video there. Upload speed is okay, but not great. All right, get nameplate left edge. You're getting 8 frames per second. Yeah, I think that was the buffering was from the test I just did. I think. It says right now my kilobits per second is about 3,000, my upload, but it did drop down to almost nothing when I did the test. Normally I'm able to sustain a test without that much of a hit. So something is in the way, slowing things down here. All right, let's go find nameplate left edge. Where's this used? Get available space left of plate. The draw diagnostics is cool. I love to refactor, great satisfaction. Update player conditions. Here's another one that we want to bring across. Essentially anything with the word condition in it. Okay. Not sure why I have this commented out code. I don't think I need it. Get condition scale. Could be my side. Yeah, I have a feeling it may be between us. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Here's get condition scale. Add condition. Get stack height. I know I need that too. Prepare a condition for entrance. I need that. Condition landed. Remove condition. I need that. I need that. I need this at least. All of that. So I'm going to copy that. Or cut it rather. Come over here. Paste it. Now take a look at what's going on here. Condition icon link. This is now going to change to this guy, condition manager. It's funny, I was going to do something else, and I thought, you know what, Rory's here today. Well, I thought he was before he wasn't able to make it. I thought, Rory's here today. I really should do the harder, work that requires, no mistakes to be made while Rory's here. And then Rory last minute said, oh, can I not make it today? And I'm like, no worries. And then I'm like, but I'm still going to do it. All right, there it is. That looks like I've changed all of those. Let's just keep looking at these and working our way through this here. Draw diagnostics. Okay, so get available space left of plate is only used by the condition manager. And get stack height below, get condition sprite for player, get sprites for player. Looks like all of these are used. Plate width adjust, plate margin. I think all of these are used here. Nameplate left edge. This I think we're using in two places here. Well, wait, you know what? We're only using it in draw diagnostics, which is only used for the plate diagnostics. Now we're going to have a problem when we get, oops, let's move this, including the to-do on that. We're going to have a problem on that call. We're going to have to figure out a way to solve this, the get player target X. Get player target X. This is needed in two different places. by two different kind of sibling instances that neither have a reference to each other. I'm going to put all of this, I'm going to move all of this to I'm going to move all of this to iGetPlayerX. That's what I'm going to do. So there, get player target X. Okay. Then let's cut that. And we need that in here in Dragon Game now. Everything's good all the way except for here, right here. Also, I'm gonna inline this temp right here. Okay, now I'm gonna change this. So what's going on with plate margin here? Where should that really be? Do I want it really here is my question. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to look for plate margin here, and I'm going to just, wherever I see it, I'm going to, so only in those two places. Okay, interesting. Here I want to use iGetPlayerX instead, and call get player target X, and then subtract the plate margin from it. Okay. So I think I've fixed that. Just going down looking for, where's plate width adjust? Are you here? You are here. That's that magic number. Conditions. Okay, we need to go get that. Here, these three. Conditions, condition glow, and condition blast. Here we go. We need this code right here. And we're going to create something called load resources. Let's do this. So I don't have to type in load resources. Let's paste all that in. Copy from there. Let me undo the paste. Now go over here. I like to put my load resource method, you know, something like that, initialization stuff up at the very beginning. Okay, so there is, I've done that. Where else do these show up? They don't show up anymore. That's essentially cool. Looking for the condition. I don't see it here close by, but I'm looking for the condition collection. There it is. Oops, let's see where this is used. Okay, in our draw, update, that's it. So speaking of which, we need to come out here. So when we're drawing the player stats, we need to come in and say, did I add something here called condition manager? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. We need to call its draw method. And similarly, in the update. Okay, there's the update. All right, so now we need to get just about here. Get over to the condition manager, add the update method, like that. And now we have the draw method we want. Remove that condition collection. And that's it. That's it for this one. Condition collection's now coming across. All right, let's again review. Let's see if we see any errors. I really like the code we wrote to implement this, to get this to come up and always go a certain amount of pixels above the landing point, regardless of where the landing point is. It's going to be interesting switching this around to work now upside down, to have the whole logic go upside down instead. We'll see what changes there. Animate sprites down. Not used anywhere else. Ooh, we're going to have to look for this issue in here. This is going to be my get player X, get player target, get player X. All right, good. So those two we found. Where were we? There it is. Animate sprites down. All right, looks like no errors. I'm not looking on the far right, assuming there's nothing out there. Suppose I could take a peek as I go up and down, just spot check anything that looks like I might want to verify. The code is good. Okay. Condition manager, we need to call load resources on condition manager. So let's go back to let's go find, not here, but in Dragon Front Game. Let's go find our load resources here. Probably actually just call load resources. Here we go. So this is my load resources call from the Dragon Front Game. And somewhere in here, doesn't really matter where. This is all happening before we start. There it is right there. We say this dot condition manager dot load resources. So we've got a condition manager, load resources, refresh nameplates. We've got a call to move player conditions. That's all good. There's the constructor. There's the update call. And there's the draw. So this feels and looks good here. Do I have any errors? What's my error? Slightly problematic is this piece here because it's nested in here. We're still in player stat manager. Gosh, we're doing all of this stuff in here. Okay, well, we're going to need to move this out. That's what we're going to need to do. Restat conditions has got to go, got to leave here. It's got to get out to here. Here we go. So now we're going to say this dot condition manager dot handle command, I think. Here, let me do this. Let me comment that for a second. Here's my handle command. Let's clear it. That's not what I wanted. I did not want the signature to look like that. Of course, how would it know? I'm going to grab all of that. We'll put it here. Okay, better. So I'm not going to really worry, I think. Will I wait? Will I need to? Oh yeah, I'm going to have to do that. All right, let's go back and look at the other handle command. See what's happening here. This is a little tricky. We basically got transfer of data from the latest player stats that are coming from the C# application to what we're keeping and holding on to down here. Okay. I think what that means is we're going to need to store we're going to need something to hold on to these is what we're going to need to do. Now what we did up here is we held on to i's player stats like this. So can I tap to next reference here? Who's working with conditions? And the transfer, here's the deserialization transfer where we copy those across. Update player conditions. That's in my condition manager. And this is working on an existing player stats and a latest player stats which are passed into it. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's a good one. I don't think it's a good one, is kind of where I'm at on this. My idea was to pass in a reference to the condition manager and into the handle command, And so it just reroutes it over here. It's certainly the simplest way to solve this problem, it seems. Without adding, you know, because otherwise then now I've got to, you know, hold on to a list of conditions here, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that. Anyway, let's keep going through conditions here and see where else it's hitting. It's in this function. Anywhere else? Restack conditions, okay. And that's it. And it's not at all here, except for in the deserialization. Where's the deserialized call? Here, inside that, which is coming from change player stats. It's my new player stats, and it's passed in. All right, I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm a little more nervous about the right thing because it's potentially more code to break. But it basically is this. Get rid of conditions here, get rid of conditions here, get rid of this. Oh, yeah, it's high risk. So hopefully I won't make a mistake here. And then we're here. Wait. I'm going to do kind of a blend of this, I think is what I'm going to do. There it is right there. I'm going to restore this line. I'm going to hold it here. But I think I'm going to actually, wait, I'm going to take it. No, I need to keep it here. I need to keep it here for everything else out of here to work. But I'm not going to use it there. I'm going to use it over here. These two pieces are being passed in. And I got to get to this call from handle command. Yeah, I got to make sure I don't get lost in this whole thing here. I got restack conditions. Okay, wait, what's happening with update player conditions? Where is that being called from? It's called from update player. Update player is called from handle command for player. And this is where we're getting that player stat by the ID. Yeah, I'm weighing all kinds of things in my head. If I do it this way now, it might be a little bit easier, but then it's going to be harder later for other things. I'm just like, oh man. Then we get to handle command. So one of the ways we can do this is, instead of doing this, we can pass in condition manager here, like that. I'm going to go with, I think it's lower risk.
We need your help. Oh, yeah, all right.
Dennis Q7 is here, my kids.
Here, White House.
Welcome, kids. Hope everybody's good today. Oh, notice a follow back there, Valleycast. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. I think this is what I'm going to do. I think this is the lower risk solution. to the problem. And I realize that it kind of links one dependency to another with player stats. When we put this down below, it's going to make things a little harder there too, though. But I want to get to this point where I've got all the code in one space and it still works. So that's going to be my intermediate step. I'm kind of like jumping out to an island, you know, across the lava. And if I can get there, then we'll talk about, all right, let's make it easier for the next piece. So I just want to get to the point where I can work it. And this code is a little bizarre every time I go through it, but it basically consists of, hey, let's set some variables here. Let's call some local stuff. And then we get to here, handle command for existing players. And this is when it starts to get a little weird. But it's arguably good code. The weird part is now we're going through each player piece and we're just getting the actual latest stat for that particular player. So it's very, very hooked in and dependent to the player stat manager. It's not something you're going to pull this out anywhere. Then we call handle command for player. Then we see which command it is. And then based on the command, we call the right function in here, update player, update hourglass. So the piece we took out, we moved over here. It's this piece right here. I'm going to take this back. I'm going to get rid of handle command for now here. I'm going to put this back here. And we're going to pass in that other. And the reason why it's weird is because it's like just a little bit of code and then just a little bit of code, a little bit, and each piece is now calling out, maybe doing a for loop or something, calling the other one a lot of times, that sort of thing as it goes down through those pieces. And I don't know, that's kind of what it's like. It's just like every time I'm like, wait, what's it doing? And I have to reorient. So condition manager is coming in to handle command from here. So we'll come over to the edge here, condition manager, like that. And then now we want to pass it in here and put it there and pass it in there. And finally in handle command for players, put it there. And now with it in, I can call it like that. It's not as decoupled as I want it to be. But it saves me having to restore all the data, compare the stats, match them by player ID, which is what Player Stat Manager is doing. The challenge I have is what happens when I get down to the other layer and I've got nothing. I've got no Player Stat Manager there. You know, how do I get around all this? And I'm not sure what that'll be. But these are, in fairness, these are player conditions. So it's only needed for this particular call, I suppose. Okay, let's look at what my error list is now. Oh, how are we doing? Okay, update player. All right, so let's take this out and come down here and say condition manager dot update player conditions. All right, so it's not too bad. At least our two methods that we are calling from this kind of not, you know, kind of leaning towards tightly coupled kind of location in their name, at least say it's specifically for the player conditions, which means that if we're going to update the in-game creature conditions, that'll be a different method with a different name and will not require this kind of tight dependency, I think, maybe. We'll see. I think we've effectively got out onto the, jumped across the lava, and let's see how that works and how that looks. So I'm going to refresh the front overlay. There it is right there. And I'm going to refresh the data. And I'm going to start adding conditions here and see how this works. Here's nice. Okay, so that's, I'm going to call that a little bit of a relief. restack, does that work? That seems to work. And removal. All right. That all feels like we have not broken any code. So step 1 is complete. What do you think about that, Fred? Yeah? Okay. Excellent. Step 1 is complete. All right, step 2, we need to do the opposite now. Support conditions for the NPC players. And I need to give some thought to the UI for this in the Stream Deck. How will I do that? Because I need to be able to, so each in-game creature has a number associated with it. We basically have support with the Stream Deck for 21 of those. So I can just like push some numbers here and you'll see those creatures kind of pop up onto the screen like that. The conditions page looks like this. Oh, I know what we're going to do. Perfect. I was just trying to solve this problem, and I actually realized I was thinking earlier. I thought I had figured this out, but I don't. Nothing's coming to me, so I don't think I did figure it out. And then I realized, oh wait, I did figure this out earlier this morning while I was sleeping, whatever. It's going to be on the targets page. So when we get to the targets page, we're going to target some creatures. So there you can see TLO Cloud 4 is now targeted, and Denji is now targeted. So the targeting there indicates that they are selected in some way. And then here is where I'm going to put that page right there. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to come into, like say for example here, copy this, come back up over here, and I think I can just throw this here, conditions, like that. Where's conditions showing up normally on the other everybody else? It's down there. All right, that might be a 4. I might put it there. And I might move hide all to here, but then I've got to check the other pages because there was kind of a clear targets, move that there. And I want to do something here. Swap those two, so I've got my clear buttons in the same spaces. More. Swap these two. All right, that's feeling good. So now I've got conditions in the same place. And, oops, I don't want it here. I want it in the next one, down for targets. Okay, right there. So when the target page is up, that allows us to select what the target is here. And then I can now come in and hit conditions. And now I want to come in here and I just want to change this to the word targets for every single one of these. So that's how I'm going to do the UI. And that's also good because I don't have a lot of extra pages that I have to create. Like I was also thinking about, well, you push a number, then for the number you push one of these, and then I was like, no, it makes more sense to group them, and you can group by targeting them, so that makes a lot of sense. Oops. All right, cool. And this is restack conditions. I think this is going to go across the board for everybody. It's going to send messages everywhere. So just this one command will be the same. Whoops, did I forget this? Okay. Okay, so there's my UI solution. That problem is solved. Okay. All right. Next, we got to make that work. And I think we're going to jump over to C# to get that command going, getting that down, sent down. Let's do that. Before I do that, let's get rid of Shanti and Cielo and Denji and Lady Tirania and Voidling 1. Get rid of those right there. And switch to C#. We're running right now. I'm not sure if we have enough to be able to do everything we want to do here. Let's look at, here's the target condition command right here. Set a breakpoint here. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to go into the Stream Deck and I'm going to go into conditions. Wait, let's bring up at least one character right here who's targeted. I think I might have, I might actually have several characters. In here, I think I've got something that says show targets. Oh yeah, I had 3 targets. Okay. So now down into targets, conditions, and I'm going to blind them. Okay. So the player name should be the word targets. It is. Player name is targets. And then we're going to say toggle condition. Whoops. And here we need to kind of do something here. So we'll run to this point. We've got data as targets. We need to say, hey, if data is equal to targets, all right, so we need to figure out how to get all the targets. I forget, what is it? In-game creature, all in-game creatures is what I think it's called. Dot get creatures. So we're going to find all those that are targeted. Then I want to say and then I want to pass in, like, I want to do something like this. And maybe let's introduce a local for this guy. I said to all of them. That's weird. It did not, I'm pretty sure I did that. Let's double check that. Reduce local, all occurrences. It is not grabbing it. Okay. Maybe it's triggered by the for each and it wasn't sure what it could do with that. All right. Okay. No player ID here. Toggle condition. I don't think I need a player ID sent to it. That's what I think. I'm hungry for pudding. Anybody want some pudding? It's so yummy. That's yummy pudding. I'm going to extract this into its own method. We're going to say toggle creature condition. Dot. How you doing, Pudding? Pudding was out there last night too on Dragon Hoppers. All right, so we're going to call toggle creature condition there. Otherwise, we're going to call toggle player condition. Trying to figure out what just happened. I'm like, there's a weird jump in view, and I was trying to figure out where it was. So toggle condition is there. But a jump, it just jumps way up there. That's really weird. All right, so at any rate, we're here, and I just want to get to a point of symmetry right here on this. That's what I'm looking for there. All right, better. Now we got to implement this. Why can't I declare that? Is it because I don't even understand why I can't declare that? Oh, because bool? What? Oh shoot! I wanted a where here, and I think I want to select, and I think I want just a. Is it just? No, I don't know if I want to select it all here. Where? Okay, so what is my problem? Oh, it's just simply this should be a creature. Is that going to fix up above or no? What am I missing here? There's something fundamental I'm not understanding about this. What's my error list say here? Sorry, in-game creature. Okay, that's my problem. Okay, now I should be able to come down here and declare it. All right, there's that toggle condition. For reference, though, I want to see what's going on over here in this toggle condition. That's kind of the code I want. Something similar to that. No drowning in pudding today? No, it happened. It happened, but I think it could be really slow. I hear that the delay is not good. The latency is not good. That's what I believe is happening. Okay, so the end-game creature is now going to need to have a property called conditions of type conditions. Yeah, it's lagging really badly. Coding Girl is here too. Video stats show almost 1 minute latency. Is it? Do you guys want me to restart? I don't know if that's going to help or not, but if you guys want me to do that, let me know. If it's, do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to restart with an attempt of it's been 5 minutes, says Pudding. No, I saw you. But maybe you can't hear me say that. All right. Hey, Karen Mangicotti, how you doing?
Perfect. How are you?
I'm perfect in every way.
Are you?
Yeah, pretty good. No, yeah, pretty sure.
Are you sure?
Check me out. I've been working on my muscles.
Have you? Let me see.
No, not really, but it's like I moved them so it's hard to see if I'm like really built or not.
They look twice the size when you do that.
That's what I was saying. It's working. Get some smoke and mirrors in here. That just happened. So pudding, did you see your pudding? Let me know if you ended up seeing it or not. Okay, so I'm gonna put conditions here. That's in-game creature. In-game creature should be down below as well in somewhere out in this space. Let's see, can we find it? There it is right there. So we need to have conditions down here. All right, so we've got the same name in both places, and there's probably code that copies it over. There it is right there. Anything else? What's this? That's just for health description. Okay, no worries. Okay, here, update in-game creature. Here we're gonna need a to-do that says conditions, like that. Is the stream skipping around for you also, Pudding?